Sister Subia Hashmat says, after doing aerobics for a few years, my back pain aggravated, so I switched to yoga. I have read that it is haram, and the only chant that they say is Om, but I say Shahada instead. I can even leave before that, inshallah. In sun salutation, they stretch and they do not say anything. Can I continue this exercise? The question is kind of long. I'm glad that you know that there is some sort of sun salutation. You know, yoga is an ancient spiritual healing and ancient Indian act of worship to the sun. And you mentioned that you're aware of that when you said that there is sun salutation. And this chantation that they chant, when you translate them, you find that it is words of worship to a supreme God. This is some sort of idolism and paganism, worshiping other than Allah the Almighty, worshiping a creature. The sun is one of the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it is done at certain times. And it is done in certain, one of the positions in yoga is to place 8 body parts against the ground. What do we do in our sujood? We must place 7 body parts. What is the 8th in yoga? The chest. So I want to go back to the yoga practice and whether it is a regular exercise. No, it is not a regular exercise. And what you heard about the ruling in Islam concerning the practices of yoga or any act of worship which people do it as an exercise, it is not permissible for a Muslim to practice it. The Prophet ﷺ said in the sound hadith, which is narrated by Amr ibn Absah, may Allah be pleased with him, he said, صَلِّ صَلَاةَ الصُّبْحِ ثُمَّ أَقْصِرْ. Pray the Fajr prayer, Subh is Fajr prayer, then cease from the prayer. Do not pray any nawafil, do not pray any voluntary prayers. حتى تطلع الشمس, until sunrise. فإنها تطلع بين قرني شيطان, because the sun rises between the 2 horns of Satan. The sun does not want to do that, but the Satan comes in front of the sun, and his horns, we have not seen the shaitan, but this is what the Prophet ﷺ have informed us about what happens on every single day. So those who worship him will prostrate themselves and worship during this time. So because there is a practice of worship and bowing down during this time, the Prophet ﷺ said, do not worship during this time any voluntary worship. If I sit by myself in contemplation for an hour, this hour does not necessarily, does not suit the timing that the yoga practices or coaches assign you to offer this exercise during this time, because this time is an act of worship. So if I do any exercise and I alternate with other exercises which are not part of the yoga act of worship or spiritual healing, then it is permissible. Furthermore, when you say, you acknowledge that they say certain chantation and you want to leave before that, you attended a service. You've attended a service. And this service is relating to invoking other than Allah the Almighty, the Creator. So you're not allowed to be a part of that. Barakallahu fiki.